Welcome to EduFI Tech Talks for the wireless generation. I'm Alex Cevallos, your host on today's program. Today joining me as always, Michael Mathews, Chief Information Officer for Oral Roberts University, and Rachel Voigtlander, Junior Nursing MBA student. Today we'll be talking about the top hottest technologies that are the most disruptive in higher education. So let's go ahead and take a look at that list. So first we'll be talking about Wi-Fi on campus. And then second, we'll be talking about why social media is important. And then third, we'll be talking about digital badges. And then fourth, we'll be talking about analytics. So let's go ahead and get started into that. And I'll start off with Rachel. Rachel, what are your views on Wi-Fi on campus?
Well, Alex, Wi-Fi is a wonderful way for students to be connected to the internet in whatever location they are. Wi-Fi enables students to be able to access their email or access research from any point on campus. Rather than having to sit at a desktop and be limited to that location, you can go and sit in the prayer towers or go and be studying really in any location and hook right up and access a world worth of information.
If I may, how disruptive is it if, let's say, the Wi-Fi isn't working, like right away? What does that do to your studies, if anything?
Well, it can be challenging at times because, say you have an assignment that's due at 12 o'clock midnight.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you're working all the way up, because let's be honest, some students procrastinate.
Not me. Okay.
But if you're trying to submit the assignment at, say, 11:50 and the Wi-Fi is down, well, then your assignment could be late. So,
All right. Mike, what are your thoughts? I know that as the CIO, you hear some phone calls about my Wi-Fi not working. What are your...
You know, the thoughts, but worst panic is when the president walks across the campus and has to listen to students say their Wi-Fi was not working. And that's just not at Oral Roberts University. It's every CIO on every campus really fears that no matter what's happening today, looking at Rachel with her Google glasses, you've got a wearable watch on you there, Alex.
Yeah, I do.
And everything's Wi-Fi today, so we're the Wi-Fi generation, if you would. And so we have to recognize I could put in the greatest Wi-Fi yesterday, but by tomorrow, people are already complaining that it's not enough bandwidth. We can't get access. People are bringing iPads, 10 different devices.
Tablets.
And the average on campus, every student's bringing 3 devices that connect to Wi-Fi.
Right.
And guess what? They want them all connected at the same time. And so that means there's a lot of stuff happening on our network that we have no control over when we open up the Wi-Fi. But it's critical for a competitive advantage on a university to have Wi-Fi.
Well, I will say this, during college weekend, 2 weeks ago or last week, I can't remember the exact dates, the visitors, students were saying that they really liked how you didn't have to know a secret password to get in. It was automatic connected, kind of like at Starbucks and things like that. You just kind of have that immediate access. But now we'll go on to number 2 of our top 10 list, and that's social media and why it's important to be social on campus. So I'll go ahead and start with Mike and then we'll come over to Rachel.
Yeah, so social media today is just unbelievably important, no matter how you look at it. But it's really, how do I keep my ears open to it, that I know what people are saying? In fact, it was last night my daughter emails me, and she said, "Dad, your name's out on Twitter, but they spelt your name wrong." And I said, "Oh, wow." So I go out and look, and sure enough, Enactus has me speaking Thursday night, and it's all over the internet. Misspelled name, but that's okay in a way. How do I correct that? Not too late. And so the hardest thing, I think, for people who are maybe classify themselves as perfectionists, you can't control social media. People are going to say things, people are going to send things out. So the real golden rule of life, be careful what you say, be careful how you act, because who knows where it will be. If you think of all the crime that's happening recently, all the people getting in trouble, it's because Wi-Fi connects video to anywhere in the world, what we talked about before, but also social media. So if I'm going to do something inappropriate, I bet you it's going to be out there in a short order. But let's flip it around and do great things academically to help students be more successful by using social media, also with Wi-Fi.
And Rachel, what are your thoughts on social media or social experience?
Well, social media is wonderful. It provides a way for us to really be connected with our family and friends, but additionally, it really provides a way for us to be a witness to other people. You can put up scriptures and different things like that to really encourage each other daily. I know, say I have my uncle lives out in New York. Well, I don't get to see him very often, so when he was going through some challenging times, social media was really the way that we used to connect with each other and just to encourage him. I'd, send him out a verse every day and really speak into his life. So I think it's a really wonderful way. It can be used positively, and it also has its challenges, but yeah.
Mike, we only have about 30 seconds left. If you can quickly just give us a quick synopsis on digital badges before we go to commercial break.
Yeah, so digital badges is when you think about, I want to be employable, but what credentials do I have to say I'm employable? Okay. So digital badges are the latest phenomena, if you would, to say I have a competency and I've got a digital badge that's in my portfolio or on my resume to say I'm qualified to do something of value.
Awesome, thank you for that. That was our top 3. We'll have to come back and discuss analytics along with the Google Glasses and drones on campus. So we'll be right back after this commercial break. Good job.
Good job. Way to go, Rachel.
Way to go, Rachel, yeah. So when we talk about Google...
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
Here's to the things that can keep us safe. Those we use all the time with hardly a thought. Those that are silently standing by to save our lives. And now, those that we carry with us everywhere we go. Many mobile devices will now bring you wireless emergency alerts, real-time information directly from local sources you know and trust. With the unique sound and vibration, you'll be in the know, wherever you are.
Hey, Hard, what's this?
That's my resignation letter.
You're resigning.
Why? Because you're constantly ignoring me. You're half as active as you used to be, and you get stuff like this. You've been putting me under a lot of pressure lately. That's why I'm ready to quit.
I forgot. I'll do better. Please, don't quit on me.
Okay, but remember, it's not what you say, it's what you do.
Listen to your heart. Don't let it quit on you.
Let's go for a walk.
Uncontrolled high blood pressure could lead to a stroke, heart attack, or death. Get yours to a healthy range before it's too late.
That's low. Look, he's blushing. Seriously. Okay.
Welcome back to Tech Talks. Now that we have learned the importance of Wi-Fi on campus, social media, and digital badges, let's reveal the benefits of analytics, Google Glasses, and drones. So starting with analytics, Mike, if you can go ahead and give us a quick definition of the analytics.
You bet. When you think of analytical, think of somebody with an analytical mind. Somebody with an analytical mind is able to determine how things are being processed and make a conclusion. So now think of data analytics is I can gather all the data on what's happening on our network, on our Wi-Fi connection, say, how are students really leveraging all the technology we have on campus and analyze that so we can actually, we would use something called capacity planning. How do I put more emphasis on the wireless and less over on the hardwired connection so I can find out how many dorm rooms are actually connecting a hard network wire into the wall today? Not many. But I can prove that through analytics so that we can spend our money wisely on campus.
So are you saying that I can use analytics in like elementary statistics and kind of condense, like let's say a survey of students on campus who prefer, you know, I don't know, different things like curfew being, you know, shorter, things like that? Or is this specifically geared towards the administration side for admissions purposes?
Oh no, it's geared towards everything. When you think of analytics, you got to think broader than that.
Okay.
People don't want to think of that because they're using technology. So every day on this right here, but they're not realizing what's happening behind this right here. So in fact, we now have analytics on the D2L, the learning management system, to find out how are students really performing and where could we do a better job instructionally based on all the analytics that are coming in. So every company out there selling technology including smartphone companies, are providing us analytics to help us better understand how people are using technology and how we can best invest in it.
Great. We'll go ahead and jump into our next topic on the list and talk about Google Glasses. So Rachel, if you can just share your excitement about how now a computer, you can wear it on your head. What does that do for you as a student, as a nursing professional, and as a business professional as well?
Well, what's wonderful is with nursing, we have quite a few science classes, and so sometimes can be challenging when you're sitting back and trying to perform an experiment, or you're dissecting, say, a rat or something, and your teacher's describing all these different structures, and it just looks like a big mess to me, and it's hard to really understand and know. Well, now with Google Glasses, my professor can put them on and be dissecting the rat, and I can actually see exactly all the different interior structures. I can see them at the same time as my professor seeing them. And so that really helps and really makes the class, it expands the learning completely beyond the horizon and really opens up the classroom and understanding.
It helps, but personally, how does that make you feel now that you're able to literally see what they're seeing at the same exact time?
Well, it's revolutionary.
Really? Okay. We'll go ahead and talk about what Mike, your thoughts on the Google Glasses, but not as the student side, but more of the administrative side.
If you pass those glasses to me a second, Rachel, I'll be able to explain best. And of course, I don't look as good with these on as she does, but nonetheless, what this does, I mean, if you look in the screen right here, this is a computer, a video recorder, a audio recorder, all on your head. So what it does is allows technology to be fluid and liquid. So if I'm a faculty member, I can walk into class and be ready to go right away.
Right away.
I can think of a different time how many students are frustrated by the time the computer gets turned on, by the time the projector gets turned on, what if it doesn't work? Now all of a sudden it flows with somebody. It's connected, guess what, to wireless. All the analytics, all the wireless is right here on this. So I can actually translate things as a faculty member. I could be teaching an English class or French class or German class and translate any language to any language and show it right on the screen by capturing it with the Google Glass concept or technology.
Thank you for that definition. Next, we'll go ahead and on the list is drones. So, Rachel, how do you think we can use drones here on campus and in a positive light?
Well, Alex, how do you feel about that? How do you think we can use?
I personally think that it's an invasion of privacy, because I think according to our list, one of the mentions was that drones are used like as security purposes at night. I just think that there's too much power given to the administrative side on that perspective. Personally, I guess I'm just not ready for something like that to be in play. But I know Mike has some. But we only have 30 seconds left, so Mike, if you have a quick response.
I mean, Alex makes a good point, because at first when you think of it, privacy, security. But the truth is, that's more visible than something that's hidden. You can't go anywhere on any campus or any mall in America and not be videotaped today. So you think about that.
All right, I will think about that. Straight ahead on Tech Talks, we'll discuss 3D printing and digital coursework. We'll be right back.
When you throw away money on wasted electricity, you're throwing away everything you could have bought with it. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at energysavers.gov.
In 1977, an 8-year-old boy picked up the game of golf from his father. The odds of that same boy then making it to the US and European Pro Golf Tours, 1 in 7 million. The odds of the Big Easy winning the US Open twice, 1 in 1.2 billion. The odds of him having a child diagnosed with autism, 1 in 110. Ernie Els encourages you to learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
The average text takes your eyes off the road for nearly 5 seconds.
So, what's it gonna be? We could ride bikes, skating, movies, zoo, whatever you guys want to do.
Can we just do this?
Yeah. We could just do this.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
Welcome back to Tech Talks. If you ever watch an action movie in the theater, there's a high chance it's being offered in 3D. Today there is a high demand for the 3D experience. But did you know that now universities are using 3D printers? So we'll go ahead and discuss 3D printers along with digital coursework. So starting off with Mike, I know recently we used a 3D printer to kind of get ourselves in the White House. Can you explain the details on that?
Yeah, so everyone knows that we live in a design economy where people want to design their own experience. It could be designing their own coffee, shoes, purse, wallet. And so 3D printers allow people to enter that new understanding of, hey, I want to design my own. And so the White House put on a competition to submit a ornament for the White House Christmas tree using a 3D printer. So one of our students actually stepped up to the plate and designed our prayer tower as a Christmas ornament and submitted that as one of the finalists in the ornaments for the White House Christmas tree. We did not win that, of course, but nonetheless, the fact is, you see it, the economy, you see everyone's paying attention to designing their own experience through the use of 3D printing.
What are your thoughts, Rachel?
Sounds incredible. I wasn't fully aware of the 3D printing. That sounds like a really fascinating new advancement in technology.
Yeah, I personally like it just because when I seen the machine in operation for the very first time, it was just, I didn't think it was real. I thought it was like, you know, a myth. And then when I went down there to actually see what it does, it makes a lot of sense. And I think that now we can have students coming out of ORU who are way more innovative than their peers just because you have this smaller teacher-student ratio, and now they're able to focus on this high technical device. And you know, I have some friends in the engineering department who have played with it a couple of times, and I mean, just their stories of how you can literally draw an image and type in, you know, specific data and get this creation, like you stated, wallets. But you know, I think the cooler thing is, what if we're making vehicles? You know, what if, you know, we're creating new styles of cars or new styles of airplanes, and that's coming from ORU students, and now we're able to use, I know I'm going off on a trail here, but now we're able to use technology in a way to spread the gospel rapidly through automobiles and through transportation. And personally, I just think it's a huge benefactor.
Absolutely. Imagine being a lawyer one day and printing off the replicate of something somebody said was malfunctioning.
Right.
And you can show it in real life as it really happened.
And you can use it, yeah, exactly. You can use it in every occupation. So let's go ahead and segue into digital coursework. Mike, you can take it away. What are some of the benefactors of digital coursework?
Yeah, so when you think of digital courseware, it's really back to the Google Glasses. How do I carry technology with me, but how do I carry courses with me? You know, think of being a busy professional. 15 million Americans travel every week as part of their job.
Wow.
And so online courseware is great, but the day of logging into something at night is disappearing because our lives have changed. In fact, you think of the NFL wanting to use technology to educate the NFL players on a specific topic. They're not going to log into something anymore. They want it digital and wear them with them so they can actually take that courseware, learn about something, take the test, and feel like they've accomplished something. And that's just the future.
Yeah.
Digital courseware.
So you mean we're helping players who came out of college early finish their degrees, or just
anything and everything?
Anything.
I mean, imagine any issue that arises today in any discipline to say, we quickly need to get education out to individuals. How could we do that? So today you could literally take a courseware, the content, put it in a Google Glasses, ship them to people, and they can go anywhere they want with your courseware. That's
Rachel,
a new day.
Rachel, you're really busy. What are your thoughts on, you know, this digital coursework?
Well, it seems like a great way to really upload quickly and really advance our academics.
Advance our academic. Yeah, I guess I would agree with that. I mean, personally, I just prefer sitting in the classroom or sitting in the library and doing my homework. I'm already distracted enough. What do I need, this digital coursework for? I mean, I just.
Let me add something to that, Alex. So if I go back to years ago when people left the classroom, they say, "Hey, can I see your notes?" And say, "Why do you want my notes?" Well, because I don't take good notes. And so now imagine people can leave the classroom with the courseware right on a piece of technology. I don't need your notes anymore, Alex. Mm-hmm. And it's unfair to people who can't take good notes not to learn and not to get good grades as well.
Hate to cut you off, but we have to take a commercial break. When we come back, we'll finish our top 10 list discussing small, private, open courses and the virtual reality, which I'm pretty excited about. So we'll be right back.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
Here's to the things that can keep us safe. Those we use all the time with hardly a thought. Those that are silently standing by to save our lives. And now, those that we carry with us everywhere we go. Many mobile devices will now bring you wireless emergency alerts, real-time information directly from local sources you know and trust. With the unique sound and vibration, you'll be in the know, wherever you are.
Hey, Hard, what's this?
That's my resignation letter.
You're resigning.
Why? Because you're constantly ignoring me. You're half as active as you used to be, and you get stuff like this. You've been putting me under a lot of pressure lately. That's why I'm ready to quit.
I forgot. I'll do better. Please, don't quit on me.
Okay, but remember, it's not what you say, it's what you do.
Listen to your heart. Don't let it quit on you.
Let's go for a walk.
Uncontrolled high blood pressure could lead to a stroke, heart attack, or death. Get yours to a healthy range before it's too late.
That's low and below. Look, serious. Okay.
Welcome back to Tech Talks. Currently, Western Europe is on the rise of making virtual reality a common factor in education. Studies show that students in these parts of the world have improved in specific subjects like art, engineering, math, and science. Recently, ORU has taken the initiative to bring a classroom with virtual reality. What will the effects of having small, private, open courses and virtual education be? Mike, if you can just kind of explain, please, the benefactors of these online courses.
Sure. When you think of Harvard and MIT had started the first big massively open online course, but I challenge anybody, go out and sign up because they're free, and good luck with them, because they're massively designed assuming everyone learns the same. But the truth is not everyone learns the same. So what if we could take that same concept of an open courseware and make it more privatized or adaptable to my learning style? And I could put it on a device that makes sense for the person who's taking it. That's what the whole, maybe reversing the massively open. So massively open online courses have been around for a while. Let's say 3 years, 4 years, 5 years even. Now all of a sudden we're saying, what's the benefit of them? Nobody really knows. Now let's try and make it adaptable to the learner, that same concept.
So you're saying that now you skip the admissions process and now you can just send a class directly to someone you know, or do you still have to go through the university to do this?
I think you always go through the admissions process because ultimately I don't want to take education I'm not getting credit for. So the whole purpose of admissions is to actually go through a process that I get credit, whether it be a digital badge, whether it be a degree, certificate, diploma, or transcript. I want that, so I go through admissions. So it has nothing to do with admissions or non-admissions. It has to do with adaptability to individual learners.
And so you think that would help the student body grow at ORU now that we're offering a new form of learning?
Yeah, absolutely. And again, we say virtual reality with that, because the virtual reality is the first breakthrough technology. You can go across campus after campus and see great plasma screens, multimedia settings, but they haven't improved necessarily the student learning outcomes.
Yeah.
Virtual reality, when I enter into a world that I get to touch and become a practitioner of that which I'm learning, all of a sudden it changes the learning behavior, but it also changes the outcomes for students. Privatize that and put it on a device that's meant for somebody, an iPad for some people, a smartphone for others, a Google Glass for other people. We may see a huge breakthrough.
So you mentioned virtual reality. We'll go ahead and segue into our last on the list, virtual reality. Rachel, if you can explain, I know that you kind of experimented last week when we had the virtual reality setup. What are your thoughts on maybe implementing that in certain classes like nursing and art and engineering, specifically nursing, since you are familiar with nursing, and maybe business?
Well, currently in nursing we have they're called simulation laboratories, and we get to practice hands-on with a patient, and we get to go through real-life experiences of what would it be like if our patient was hemorrhaging, or if some severe complication happened. We get to practice that. Well, with virtual reality, we can actually increase that even more.
How so?
It opens up the horizon to be able to maybe see inside of a patient and actually have that 3D interaction with them. So not only are you seeing the plastics of it and interacting with a mannequin, but you're being able to see the details of the arteries or the cells and be able to interact with that as well on a deeper level, in a way that plastic you can't get that life feeling. But with virtual reality, you get to have that life experience because you can actually take and move, and the capabilities of projection for that is endless.
So are you saying there's more of an intensity with the virtual reality setup than a mannequin? I mean, I'm not understanding. Do the mannequins lack the specific arteries that you would need to know and look at? Well, what's the difference there?
Well, with the mannequin, it's very plain. It's very simple. You just have a plastic surface, and you kind of have the inside, but it's basically plastic parts. It's like playing with a toy set. But with virtual reality, you can actually, the complexity and the depth that you can represent is incredible. So you can even take, and you'd be able to, say you're dealing with a birth, you'd be able to move an image or move part of that body structure out of the way and see what's behind it. Or say I'm trying to understand the abdominal system. Well, rather than just looking at a mannequin and having all these hard plastic pieces that are in this plastic body, in virtual reality I can look in and take and move the stomach, and take and move and turn and rotate these images.
Well, that's pretty exciting, and I'm so glad that we invited you on our show, because you've really taken us inside the virtual reality experience. And Mike, as always, it's great having you, buddy, on my show. I really like your expertise. So I want to thank you for joining us on this premiere edition of EduFI Tech Talks. Each week it's our goal to bring you items of interest on the technical landscape and help you guide you through those technology choices we're all facing. Also, we like the chance to find out what you're thinking. You can contact us at www.edufi.org. Send us your comments or any questions you like for us to discuss in future editions. That address again is www.edufi.org. For Michael Mathews, Rachel Voigtlander, and the productions crew, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on EduFi Tech Talks.